And we are live.
What up?
Wow. That was a little bit of a mix up in the beginning there, but we made it. Chris's computer froze a little bit. But we're here now, so it's okay. All right. So, as we were saying, this is a whole new setup now. We've got mics. These are rentals. Our Rode mics are coming. They're on back order. What is it? Oh, let me show you this. This is the new setup right here.
Behind the magic.
It's a Rodecaster Pro. Definitely super, super fucking sick. You can see the old mic behind me over there. It's right there. Not going anywhere. That one is not going anywhere. Other one is sold, but
yeah, other one is sold.
Sorry. We got these new mounts. You can see it behind me. That's what these are on as well. As you can tell, these are way better quality audio. It's not USB mics anymore. They're actually XLR mics.
We got some slurs.
For real. We got some slurs. And I mean, it's the leap in quality is going to be amazing. It's really going to be amazing.
Hey, you know why? Because it's a leap year.
Literally, because it's leap year, bro.
Leap year. That's why.
I'm actually thinking about taking a dab on podcast today, which would be pretty cool. Scandalous. What else are we doing today? What should we talk about? What just happened?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool. I think so too. So we just went to Guitar Center to rent these mics until ours come. Ours are on back order, and we're just like, it's a whole ass process. Because we forgot some stuff. We didn't bring some stuff. We had to go all the way 30 minutes away and then come 30 minutes back and then go 30 minutes back. But, like, in essence, though, it was all worth it.
No, yeah. Literally, like, totally worth it.
100% worth it.
That too. Like, I got to look at him like this now.
But yeah,
we'll find a new way.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll diamond it.
Hold on. I have an idea.
Yeah, take that one out. Take that. What up? How you been? Way over there. Look at him. He's way over there. There's a tunnel of lights.
Yeah. Oh, y'all haven't seen our new lights either. They're really bright. There's one over there, one over here. Super, super dope lights.
Yeah, like, literally.
Would recommend 100%.
They made it like a totally different quality. Like, it looks like your room still. But it doesn't look like your room.
No, it doesn't look like the same place.
I don't know. I like the depth that you get now.
And also, there's this new angle, this new camera angle, which is pretty fucking cool. Like, I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I fucks with it. I really fucks with it, Chris. Do you get that reference? Demetrius Harmon? It's the OG witch video?
I remember that.
Yeah. You wicked bitch.
She a witch. You a witch?
Hold up.
Drown her.
I got an idea. Why don't we tie her up, throw her into the lake? If she comes up, she's a witch and we kill her. If she dies, she wasn't a witch.
I remember that. That was funny. I like that one and the twins one.
Dude, the twin one was the best one.
Twins one.
It was the best one.
That one and Adam. Adam.
Literally, dude. Oh, another new thing. New headphones. Audio Technicas. Pretty fucking sick.
Mm-hmm.
Love them.
Robocop.
I didn't even think. It says Audio Technica on the hood. On the hood of it. But yeah, so like I can control Chris's levels, my levels. Dude, there's Bluetooth on this, so I could play things through my phone and it'll catch it in the podcast. We're thinking about having a phone conversation in the podcast.
With the dude.
Yeah, with the dude. So we haven't talked about the dude. We went to Guitar Center to rent these mics, right? We're like, all right, it's going to be a standard in and out trip. Like, it's cool. Didn't end up like that. So there was this dude in Guitar Center when we went there the first time, right? And then we leave, he leaves, but we come back like an hour later, if not longer.
Yeah,
And
it might have been longer.
And then right when we pull up, we're walking in. I see him driving his car coming up, and I'm like, "Whoa, that's weird." Like he was just here too. Then while we walk into Guitar Center, we're waiting, for the lady to get off of her lunch break.
I knew she was gonna be on her lunch break.
No, yeah.
I was like, of course.
And so, like, oh damn it!
What happened? Shoot.
I didn't have a background on. It's cool.
Pay no attention to the background for the first 5 minutes. Dude, that looks cool.
It does look cool. But yeah, okay. So back to the story.
Go ahead.
So yeah, we start talking to him, and turns out like he's asking us what we're doing like at Guitar Center, what we need the mics for and stuff, and we tell him that we have a podcast, and he's like, dude, like low key, I have some stories, like I have some sick stories. I should be on the podcast, and I was like, oh, for real, like, and then he started talking about how he trains Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He got his blue belt from Elio Gracie. He trained with like a bunch, like, he goes into some stuff. I'll let him talk about it when he comes
he's
on.
gonna be on the podcast at some point.
Yeah, at some point he'll definitely be here. And so it's like crazy because I grew up watching MMA religiously. Like I love MMA. It's my favorite sport. And then here this guy that we randomly meet in a Guitar Center trains with like the originators of MMA.
It's like the weirdest meeting place.
No, 100%. Yeah. It's like we met at Guitar Center. And like I guess he has a band and stuff too, which is like super sick. But he's a brown belt. He's a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is super sick.
How high up is that? Like what is the belt?
Black so white. I think it goes white, blue, purple, brown, black.
Shoot.
Or no, white, yellow, blue. White, yellow, blue, purple, brown, black. I believe.
Okay.
Don't
quote him.
Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure. It's either, I know it goes white, yellow, brown, black. I don't know if it's purple, blue, or blue, purple. That's the only two.
It's red, orange, yellow, green. No. That's sick though. Like he definitely. I don't think he's afraid to walk down the street.
No, yeah, 100%. But no, yeah. So this dude, like, he was taught by everyone that like I idolized, and I'm like, damn, that's sick. I really want to talk to this guy. And with this new setup, we can.
Like, we could talk to him tonight if he really wanted to.
Yeah.
I mean, we gotta contact him and.
But I mean, like, he went to that restaurant. He hit the sake a little bit.
Yeah, he was. But that was like perfect. And then the girl there was really cool too.
Yeah.
What's her name? Melissa.
Yeah, I think it was.
Hold on.
Alyssa.
No, it's DJ Alyssa, but her name is Melissa.
Oh.
I think. Yeah, it's Melissa Monet. If that's her real name. I don't know. If that is your real name, Melissa Monet.
Damn, it just I forgot that I'm in my phone. So you heard
gonna
the
have
little
all your
Snapchat.
sound?
You heard the little Snapchat sound.
That's all good.
But yeah, so like that's gonna be sick. He could be one of our first guests for sure.
Literally.
100%.
That's crazy.
It's gonna be super sick.
Be on the
excited.
lookout.
I think we could have some really good conversations, me and him, about MMA and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Like, I think it'll be really fun. Stop looking at space, Chris.
Hey, it looks trippy.
But yeah, okay. So that's a pretty decent intro to this episode 7.
Episode 7.
Yeah. Well, actually, this is like the closest that we've recorded a podcast to the date that it's gonna come out.
Oh, I know. Technically, it's supposed to come out what, the 4th?
It's coming out the 4th, which
It'll come out
this Friday, and it's
today's the 2nd.
Yeah, it's the 2nd.
October 2nd. Crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. Which, I mean, I like being relevant, but I also like being a week ahead. So normally our videos are recorded 1 week ahead of when they come out.
Yeah.
This is a special occasion because we're setting up new mics, we're doing a bunch of new stuff. It's pretty fucking sick. I'm so hyped. Like, I can't stop talking about it.
Shout out Guitar Center.
Dude, shout out Guitar Center. Shout out
Melissa.
Shout out to fucking where we got this set up. Like,
oh yeah.
Shout out to Amazon for the lights.
No, we made some moves, and I think it was worth it.
I
Like,
definitely
honestly,
think it was 100% worth
like
it.
if we're really gonna do this, this is how you really do it.
Yeah,
You gotta
no,
get a
for
mixer.
sure.
You gotta
Like
get some
audio
XLRs.
interface. Dude, this Rodecaster Pro is so fucking
Hey,
sick.
show him the button. Show him the button.
Which one?
Any button, whatever you're feeling.
All right, I'm gonna play.
Hey, did you know that? What's that?
Bro, that's
Felt that?
wild.
That was me.
That's wild.
And we
I
could
can-
literally put whatever.
Yeah, we can put anything that we want on it. Anything.
Did you ever watch Blue's Clues?
Definitely not.
You never watched Blue's Clues? Like ever? As a child?
No, I did. I always watched Blue Clues. What the fuck is this?
I don't know. You could have had like a weird childhood in which you never even heard of Blue's Clues. I had an inflatable thinking chair that I would put on top of my bed,
Wait,
and
for
I
real?
just felt like a king. I just sit there, like you know how they sell the little chairs that you could sit on, like the little fluffy ones that fold out.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So I used to have one of those, and then I used to have this like big chair, kind of like this. It was just like one piece, but it
Mhm.
was shaped just like the thinking chair. It was just like small for little kids, and I used to have one of those. And then my mom got rid of it. So like one time for my birthday, I was like 10.
You were
I
like,
bought a Blue's Clues inflatable chair, and I just like rocked on it like that. It was cool though. Like I wasn't even ashamed. I was just like, yeah, I like Blue's Clues. It's a good show.
how old were you? Oh, that's cool. Like, yeah, 10. When I was 10, I was watching like Rocket Power, Danny Phantom.
Oh yeah, Danny Phantom.
Danny
Like
Phantom.
I was my age group, but I also watched Blue's Clues, like low key.
Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah.
100%.
I skidoo.
Bro, you know what show is underrated?
Who?
Chowder.
Chowder. Whoa.
Chowder.
Chowder feels like a distant memory from a different universe.
It does.
It doesn't
It
feel
doesn't feel like it
relevant.
was real.
Yeah.
Like it feels like that's not a thing.
Nobody
but it
even
is.
talks about it. I really don't know people who know Chowder
Chowder.
unless I watched it with them. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I don't have conversations about it. It's like we don't talk about
I
that.
love that show though. That
It
show
was
is
a
so
good show. It was
and the
funny as heck.
Misadventures of Flapjack, bro. I love that show. Too.
Flapjack?
You don't remember Flapjack?
No, I feel like I do, but
It was
I
like
want to
the
claim I
pirate
do.
show.
Maybe not. I don't know. I watched the Gumball one.
Oh, Gumball. I know exactly what show you're talking about. I don't know the full name of it. I know it has Gumball in it. Isn't it like Gumball Adventures or something? The Adventures of Gumball.
Yeah, Gumball and Pinball.
What?
Yeah, I remember Flapjack, but like it was strange to me.
No, that show was fucking weird, dude.
So I never really watched it. Like watched it. I like watched it a little bit.
Mm-hmm. It was a weird ass show. That show was trippy, but so was Chowder. Chowder was a trippy show. Have you ever seen like all the vape memes to come out of Chowder? Like they just make memes of the chef dude, and he's like, Chowder, you burnt my coil. Like
What the heck?
Yeah, this shit's so fucking funny, dude.
Dang.
But yeah, so this is episode 7.
Siete.
We are here.
Hola.
We're getting it done. I didn't know if this was gonna happen.
No, honestly, I was real nervous when I couldn't get the mic earlier.
Yeah.
Because I was just going to pick it up and be like, let's just podcast right now. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, we don't even got to go nowhere. I'll just bring it. And
And then
I
that
couldn't
store
find the
was just,
place.
like, erased
I
off
think
the
they're
place
closed.
Of the earth.
on this universe, they're no longer open.
You
I
know?
think Tim's about to interdimensionally travel with conscious thought. And he's about to trip out. He won't even know what's happening. He probably won't even come back and tell us the story for like 6 months. But he's going to realize it, and then he's going to start sounding crazy. He'll just be talking about the nebulas and how he went through one.
how I traveled. I know it's on the other side of a wormhole.
A parallel universe. Obviously.
Obviously.
No,
but
no.
really what they say that happens scientifically is that if you go through a black hole. I was going to go Asia. A black hole. No. It sounded like I said black whore. Damn.
Yeah, it's
That's
different.
not a good thing.
That's not what he
That's
said.
not what I said.
He said black hole
Yeah.
with a hole,
Yeah.
like
exactly.
a donut.
Yeah, like a donut hole. But no, so they said that like when you go through a black hole, it breaks you down into the like tiniest atom. But what if like it builds you back up? But it's just like a parallel. Everything is slightly different.
I believe so.
Do you?
Yes.
I could see that you believe so.
Yes.
Definitely. 100%.
No, I think that's where like the idea of teleportation comes from. You know, like if I asked a scientist, is teleportation real? They would say no, because there's no way to take the essence of you and take it somewhere else and rebuild you back over there.
Mm-hmm.
Black holes.
Black. That's your answer?
Yeah.
It's black holes.
Yeah, we're just so
we just
scared
got
of
to
them.
create a black hole.
You know, I don't even think we're scared of them. I think NASA makes them scary. I want you.
This is called a conspiracy.
You guys are just
kids.
humans.
This is called a conspiracy.
Stop trying to rule things. Sorry, I gotta leave breadcrumbs, man. That's all I gotta say. Hey, sometimes you gotta let the cop catch you. Other times you take a side street.
Other times you punch people with mirrors off, like a motorcyclist. So like, my goal is to have a motorcycle.
So he could punch mirrors
And not
with his
just
aggression.
So I could.
No,
punch
he's not even
mirrors.
gonna punch him. He's gonna kick him
Yeah,
with
I'ma
his
kick him.
combat boot.
No, 100%. I'm gonna like start training with this dude. I'm gonna start kicking mirrors off and like.
You're just gonna Joe Rogan kick the car.
Literally just like do a 360 on my bike. Just like start like do like a 360 donut and then just fucking like roundhouse kick the mirror, bro. Like,
there was some people who did that. Like there's people who do
I
that.
see it.
It's way better.
No.
It's way more satisfying than just like closing it.
Just like the fucking pop.
Like some people close it, some people break it.
Dude, when
and then
people
other
close
people
it, I'm
kick
just like, bro, you're a pussy.
No, but I kind of like it because like, especially if it's like America
Mm-hmm.
or if they're on the other side in the other countries. Like when it's the opposite side that the driver's on, they literally are gonna have to park and just to do this super inconvenient thing.
No,
That's what I love.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. I'd probably break the driver's side and then go like slow down, go around to the other side and close the other one.
I've been wanting to see somebody do that. I'm like, stop going away so fast. Like you could totally escape right now. Just get the other side.
Yeah, dude, for real.
Like make them blind.
Yeah, like if anybody ever just fucks with me when I'm on my motorcycle, bro, like I'm just gonna fucking fuck your mirror, dog.
How you gonna get away? What's your plan?
Just drive off. Just wheelie off with a blunt in my mouth and flipping them off, bro.
That's
100%.
That's a different kind of lifestyle. Man, you gotta be here for the podcast. You gotta be living this dangerous lifestyle.
I'll be here for the podcast.
You're gonna be like in a cast, like, yeah, so broke my arm the other day. Punching a G-Wagon. I don't know.
They cut me off.
They cut me out.
I was doing 180 on the freeway, and they were doing like 40. Wouldn't speed
180.
up. Wouldn't speed up.
You at the Autobahn?
Definitely. So it's legal, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah. The queen is never late. Everybody else is just
Early. Exactly.
How'd you know
100%.
that?
Because I'm smart.
Hey, you know, sometimes I watch the podcast and I tell you something that's supposed to be super trippy and you answer with like the actual response that you're supposed to answer.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. It's weird because it's like you already know and you're waiting for me to get to your place of knowledge, but you're also incapable of showing me. You can never show anybody. That's the most frustrating thing in the world. You can never show somebody. And if you try, there's consequences.
Do you think that that's why I wanted your first time smoking weed to be the right way?
I don't need to know. Don't do this to me. Not today. Not today. Today is sober October also, kind of.
Until I take this dab.
So you get this lid.
Chris also smoked 2 bowls earlier without me. So, like, he got high. I'm not
I don't remember that.
high. No, I'm
That
just
was a
bugging,
different
bro.
universe, man.
Nah, dude, it was this one, bro. But yeah, what were we talking about? I'm not even high and I forgot.
Oh, you said that.
Oh.
You said that. What if? That's the reason that you wanted to be there when I got high.
Oh yeah. So if y'all don't know, like, I mean, obviously y'all know that we smoke the ganja, but if y'all don't know, I was actually the first person to get Chris high, cause like it's not like I pressured him into getting high or anything like that. It was more like he hit me up. He was like, "Dude, I know you like to smoke."
Partake.
Yeah, and then he was like, "Do you know where I could get some?" And I was like, "Oh, bro, like I could get some, and then we could just like I got the whole setup. Like I'll get a pipe. It's the easiest way to smoke, and we'll do all this stuff. And then like you won't get very high. Like it'll, but you got really high.
I only took like 3 hits, maybe 4.
You took like 4 deep hits though.
Yeah, but I didn't know they were deep at the time. Dude, I was so crazy. Like, I was so laughy.
It was hilarious, bro. I'm sorry, y'all probably couldn't even hear me.
Oh, yeah, you're
I'm
chilling.
grabbing my bong. But no, it was fun. It was a great time.
Dude,
Like,
I watched the videos now, and I'm like, oh. Those are funny.
dude, I forgot you recorded it.
I wanted to know. I wanted to understand what the effect was, what it was for me, and then like I was really big into the informational side on it. Like probably like 2-3 years ago, if you would have asked me to smoke weed, I probably would have told you no.
No, yeah, I know. Like that's why I never asked you.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
I was like, oh, Chris won't. Like, and then just one day, randomly, he was like, "Hey, Tim," and I was like, "What?" And then this is how Chris texts. Every single time. He's just like, "Hey, Tim," and I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Hey, bro," and I'm like, "What, Chris?" And then he just like keeps going around the questions and never fully answers your question. Yeah. He's like, "Bro, do you know where I could get some weed?" And I'm like, "Bro, you're trying to smoke?" And he's like, "Do you know where I could get some?" And I'm like, "What the fuck?"
I pull a Nolan. Dude, Nolan's the most secretive person I've ever met in my life. He literally was like, "Yeah, I just graduated from the fire department." I was like, "What? When did you do that?" Like, and then he started telling me all these like horror stories. And then if I ask him a question, he doesn't want to answer.
He doesn't answer anything.
He just says,
"Yeah, he just
don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it."
Literally.
That's the best.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny,
dude. I would totally bring Nolan on the podcast.
Dude,
if he ever gets time, we're gonna go to his doctor office. We're gonna go sit in his office.
Touch with us.
No, yeah, he hasn't contacted in a minute.
I was so sad, bro. He doesn't follow me on Instagram anymore.
What? Why?
I don't know.
Dude, that's trippy.
He doesn't follow anyone.
What?
He doesn't follow me.
He doesn't have
David.
it?
Yeah. He like disappeared, bro.
Dang, savage.
I know. But I love Nolan. And I texted him last week and we were talking a little. Cause it was funny, like I was looking up quotes. Just random quotes. And there was this one quote that I really liked that was like, it was something along the lines of, "If you like leave me to the wolves, I'll come back leading the pack." Along those lines, like it's not word for word.
Where was that?
I don't know. I was just looking up quotes online. Like I was just reading like cool quotes. And this one was like something like "for my name" and like whatever. And I typed in my name and did all this stuff, and then that one came up for me. And then I look on Instagram the next day, and Nolan posts a picture with that quote. And I was just like, "Damn, what?" So I texted him. I was like, "Dude," I didn't text him. I commented on his Instagram. I was like, "Dude, I was literally like reading that quote yesterday." And he was like, he texted me saying "quote stealer." I was like, "Damn, this guy, fuck you."
Dude, I don't know what goes through Nolan's head when he responds.
So what?
Anything. Like any kind of statement.
Oh, like just
like
when
he'll hit you out of nowhere with like this random hilarious response that has nothing to do with what you're actually talking about.
Oh yeah, I know.
And you're just like, Oh, that's Nolan though.
Dude, I love Nolan. Nolan's a brother. A brooder.
Bro.
Brooder.
A
The last time
broski.
I really hung out with Nolan, though, was at your wedding.
Oh yeah, dude, I
Like,
miss Nolan. That was cool.
Dude, I
Glad he
miss
came.
Nolan so much. I'm really glad he came. That was such a fun day.
That was
That
really
was
cool.
such
That's
a
fun.
fun, like, weekend.
Yeah, that house was nice, dude. I want a house like that with a basement and a rooftop.
Dude,
A
it had
fireplace on the
3
rooftop.
levels and a fireplace on the rooftop.
Big old glass door.
I know.
You could just see the ocean.
You could see everything.
Horrible neighbors, though.
Bro, neighborhoods are for neighbors.
No.
Neighborhoods are for neighbors, not vacations.
Not vacations.
Ah, that shit had me dead.
That's why I want to be rich sometimes. Like, I want to be Jerry Seinfeld rich for a day just so I can go up there and buy all those houses, kick them all out, and like have that whole top level for myself. It's like, don't even come on the street. Bye.
Yeah,
This is my neighborhood now.
bro.
I just bought a neighborhood.
Well,
That's what I would do. That's
I'd buy a private island.
like, that's petty though.
Oh, just like, you mean buy a neighborhood of some dickholes that fuck
No,
with
I would
us?
buy that neighborhood just so I could have all of their houses.
You Chad.
Yeah,
You're-
I'm so
you're a
sorry.
Chad.
No, I wouldn't really do it, but I like
Yeah,
the
you
idea
would.
that I could.
Nah, yeah, you would. I would do it.
I would do it just because they're jerks, but then I would like be like, it's like
I would buy them
Like,
and then resell them.
I would
I would,
sell
like,
it back
flip
to
'em.
them. I'd be like, you have to buy your own house if you want to live. If not, you could be homeless.
Okay. So this is actually gonna be first dab on camera. Wow.
Hey, see if we don't get demonetized.
I hope we don't get. We're not even monetized yet. Okay. I'm gonna take this dab.
Go for it. Brought to you by Mountain Dew. The dewiest. No, they probably wouldn't want us to do it right there. That's probably the last place they actually want it to happen. See, but like even spatial Earth could also be flat Earth. Theoretically. Because technically you're not seeing an actual like sphere. You're seeing a plane. Just like a mass plane. Right there at least.
Like, are you? Hold on, sorry, I was away from the mic. Are you talking about what's behind me right now?
Yeah. Like if I told you, if you had no clue about the Earth and I said, look, the Earth is this disc. Look at the disc. You could almost see that as a disc more than a sphere. At least the way it looks right now. But your brain tells you it's a sphere because you've been told all your life it's a sphere. Like, right there, it doesn't look like a sphere. It looks like a plane. Something you could just, like, go straight down to. Like, I could probably drop right into the water. You know what I'm saying? It would be like this, not like this. Like,
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
that's how it looks.
I just
It's okay.
don't think it's true.
I don't think it's true either. I just think that it's another distraction.
That it's a possibility.
I don't think that everything we know, even the smartest people, is true to the actual like statement of like what's true
So
and
like
false.
it's kind of like unless you see it physically and like you experience it, it's not true. Necessarily. It can be
no,
true.
no. I think that there's a lot of stuff about like outer space and a lot of space stuff that is just withheld
Mm-hmm.
from the public. Like Bob Lazar would say that we probably use some sort of alien technology now. You know what I mean? Like considering what he saw and then like how fast technology advanced, it seems like we had a little help, like a little nudge.
Yeah, no, 100% we probably did. I think so.
But like, where did they come from, and why don't we know about them, and what do they look like, and who are they? And those are all like weird questions that we'll probably never really know the answer to.
Yeah.
But if you ask them, like the way we handle certain things, like the fact that we got to the moon a couple times, but now we can't go back, and like weird
You
stuff.
keep bringing that up,
I'm just saying,
but I just
like
feel like
either
there's
they
not a
found
reason.
either they found something that they don't want to go back for,
Yeah,
right? Possibly dark side of the moon, whatever. Like it's always referenced like that.
the dark side of the moon.
Well, yeah,
Like, we don't know what's there.
Yeah,
Technically,
I mean, I don't know if we do or don't, but
I-
like just the way the situation is, the way we lost files, and like how careless we were with such a historical, momentous occasion. Like we have videos of pretty much everything now, and we have video like somehow we have pictures of the first camera. Doesn't
well,
make
yeah,
sense. No, I'm
that,
just kidding.
that makes complete
No,
sense.
no.
You take a picture of the camera
With
with
the
another
second
camera.
camera, though. No, I know. But what I'm saying is like we have those still today is what I meant.
Oh, but we don't have the moon.
But we don't
shit?
have the moon stuff. Like that's pretty recent in human history.
Yeah.
We didn't know how to take care of that. We didn't think we were going to use that again.
Mhm.
Or maybe there's a reason that it's been like cut off.
That could be true. 100% that could be true. But I don't know if it is.
I don't
And
know if it is
I mean,
either,
there are
but it's
people who
funner.
know who like know for a fact if it is or if it isn't.
But
that's
they'll
not
never tell
us.
you.
Yeah.
They'll never tell you. Like it's always been compartmentalized.
They'll
from
tell you technically if they're telling the truth.
Yeah, they'll never tell you the truth though, unless you're within it.
Well,
and even then, they'll
But
never
like
tell
they
you the
could
whole
be
truth.
telling you the truth, but we could just be thinking they're not telling us the truth.
There's
Or
something
they could be
shifty.
lying.
There's something shifty about it to an extent. I mean,
Mhm.
maybe it's just poor, careless workers and whatever, or
Yeah.
accidental mistakes and mishaps. But it's just like, of all the things that we've had a mishap before and after, it seems like we've been doing pretty good. Like NASA has records on everything, but when you start talking about the moon, they're like, I don't know, not sure about that.
Yeah.
Why do you want to know? You know, it seems like sketch. It doesn't seem like they're very confident in what they claim to know. It seems like there's a lot of questions, even for the people who work at NASA. They're like, yeah, I don't know. We don't go
Yeah.
there anymore. Like, there's no reason given necessarily other than like the technology. And like Elon Musk was doing his own thing. You know what I mean? He's trying to get to Mars. So like we know the techno. To me, if you could get to Mars, you could get to the moon, right? So like technology exists to an extent where you could get outside the Earth's atmosphere just by being a billionaire.
Yeah.
So why is NASA, this like billion-dollar corporation, not capable of doing what some random South African man?
No, yeah, I
Did-
know. Have you ever like okay, it's kind of in the same sense of this too. Like I think it's goes hand in hand in the type of conspiracy that this is compared to that one. I forget what his name is. He's a doctor. You might know his name. I don't know. But he's a doctor, and this is like the conspiracy of like Nipsey Hussle's death and this doctor's death.
Dr. Sebi?
Yeah,
Yeah.
him, that guy. Like it kind of is the exact same thing.
What do you mean?
Like, why did he have the cure to like HIV, cancer, things like that? Like supposedly, they tell us that it's not true, but it could be true. Like he was helping people for sure, or else I don't think he would have garnered enough attention.
Yeah, something was happening.
Some
Like
shit was
it may
going
not
on.
have been what he
And-
said.
But like everyone who's tried to make a documentary about it has died.
Yeah, it doesn't seem unshady. Like to
No.
me, that's like textbook. Something's going on here.
Yeah,
And we've seen it though. Like we've seen it with other governmental situations.
Mm-hmm.
Like where they're like, no, that's not true.
Like
That's not
Bob
true.
Lazar, dude.
Yeah.
Literally Bob Lazar. Bob Lazar was talking about those fucking what's it called? Biometrics. The fucking hand scanners that shone.
He dabbed.
I
if
don't
you
know. It
couldn't
shines
tell.
light through your fucking hand and measures the length of your finger bones. And
Your
that's
phalanges.
how that is how they would like that was their hand scanner, like the normal fucking hand scanner to get in. That was what it was back then. And NASA, whoever the fuck, Area 51, whatever the fuck he works for, came out and they were like, no, we never had that. Then 2 years ago or 1 year ago, the fucking like patent comes out. It becomes declassified information. Like everything is there, exactly as Bob Lazar said it was. After those people had already said that it wasn't true, and now it's verified to be 100% true.
Like, yeah. It happens way too much for us not to keep a lookout.
No, 100%. And I feel like most people don't actually check into declassified files that are of true things that have happened.
No, like Snowden.
Oh, yeah, 100, like Snowden. He leaked a bunch of shit. But, like, there's things that the government declassifies that we wouldn't believe that they did, but that they did.
No,
and it's declassified information.
I was watching the debates again.
Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking about clipping together, like, each person, like, just like a 2-minute clip of them talking.
Yeah.
And, like, pointing stuff out. Like, there's certain things that are universal, and like body language is pretty universal.
Yeah, 100%.
One way or another. Like either their body language is telling you the truth, or it's proving that they're lying to you. You know what I mean? Like they could be like training themselves to be like, oh yeah, and they're totally lying, but their body, your body usually speaks the truth.
It usually does, but there are people that can get around that. I think.
And I'm sure like there's a good amount of people who could do it too.
I definitely think I could do it.
But
100%.
But I think if there's people at the level that can fool people very strongly, then there's also people at the level who know what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's people who are like, you're in like a triple. What the heck? How'd you do that? They're over here in like suspended in hyperspace.
Yeah. Like I feel like if I was at NASA, I could lie to everybody about everything.
Yeah.
Like if I was in that position, I could do it. 100%. I think. I would think that I would be smart enough to like do that. It's a weird though, cause like I don't know. Fuck it. I'm high now. I'm high as
Are you?
fuck. Dude.
Hey,
it's great. It's a great day.
I believe you.
Music. It's a beautiful thing.
Hey, is that just like we should put that on the thing?
Oh, dude, we should. Should we put me saying it or should we put
both? We'll just.
Oh, we'll have both.
We'll just all say it at the same time. Music is lifting.
Literally.
That'd be funny.
Wow, I feel like they sent radio waves into my brain to tell me to stop talking about what I was talking about because I was on the plane of breaking through to like what. You know what I mean?
Off record? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Wink twice if you. No, I'm just kidding.
I got you. Here. I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking about.
I've been seeing like, at raves, bro. Like people leave like totems. Like they make totems.
Mm-hmm.
Like just giant like fucking thing.
Did you see the cat one?
Dude, I did.
Is that the one you're talking
Twitter,
about?
Literally.
Yeah, the cat one, and like the cat reacted and she turned it into a whole thing. Dude, yeah, exactly. Okay.
But no, back to what we were talking about. What were we talking about? Area 51.
Area 51.
We should talk about
the technologies.
Dude, that's crazy.
The technologies that we know as like modern day technologies, in a lot of ways, have existed for a longer time than we've been experiencing them.
Dude, they were developing the stealth bomber like so fucking long. Dude, there's a prototype stealth bomber that the Germans made.
Shoot.
During World War II, they made a prototype stealth bomber that was the exact same like boomerang V shape. It didn't have the like angles that the same one did. It was more like a boomerang almost, but like same shape. Wow. But that's like 80 years.
No, yeah. The idea that capability wise these people had something even remotely close to something that we consider like modern new technology is
Yeah.
really like creepy
Mm-hmm.
in a way, because it's like, what else aren't they telling us?
It's weird. Dude, did you hear about the giant asteroid that could hit Earth on October 4th?
I didn't know that.
No, I
I
think
heard
it's
that
October
there was
4th.
another one.
There was one like last month that was super close. This one's like 100 times bigger than that one. And I think it's getting even closer.
What are some things you've been wanting to talk about though? Like, are there anything? Has there anything you've seen or heard or whatever, like the carts or political stuff or
No,
anything?
not really. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, like, I like talking about the political stuff, but I also feel like the political stuff is so played out, like, all the time. It's just everywhere. Just fucking, that's all Twitter is. It's all fucking anything is nowadays. It's like,
Yeah.
I love talking about it, but I also hate talking about it.
Yeah, I feel it.
Because it's almost like, it pisses me off because I'm like, this is important shit that needs to be talked about. But then so many people just shrug it off as unimportant that it doesn't even fucking matter.
I think though, you can play in that a little bit. Like, I don't know.
Like Andrew Yang.
Yeah, kind of like Andrew Yang. Oh, did you hear about Bernie?
Oh, with the fucking clogged
Oh yeah,
thing.
he had angina.
Well, like he has angina, but I don't think that's what he was in the hospital for.
No, yeah, he had a clogged artery, and then they got the stents.
Yeah. But it wasn't a heart attack. People were saying it was a heart attack,
Yeah,
which is like, that's
Well,
not true,
that's good. That
which
it
is
was
good.
But I was saying last podcast, Bernie could step down and give a younger candidate the baton, if you will.
Are you talking about Andrew Yang right now, bro?
Honestly, I think Andrew Yang will take either Kamala or Elizabeth Warren's spot.
Oh, so you're thinking
So
about
I'm thinking
someone
like
else.
Beto or Pete or just some whoever.
Buttigieg?
Buttigieg, yeah. Buttigieg?
Is it Buttigieg?
I didn't look it up.
I think it's Buttigieg.
I should have.
I think it's Pete Buttigieg.
Pete Buttigieg.
Buttigieg?
Yeah. You speak Spanish, so maybe.
This dude says so much stupid shit. Did you see his impeach this shit?
Yeah. That was fun.
Oh my god. You put up the Verizon map?
Yeah.
Exactly
No,
the
that's
same.
literally the first thing that I thought of. I was like, hey, shout out Verizon one time for the one time.
Like it's like Verizon compared to fucking AT&T.
No, for real. Literally. AT&T stinks sometimes. Like sometimes
It's not as bad as
nice.
fucking Sprint, dog.
No, yeah, true.
Like it's way better than Sprint. But I get unlimited everything. Like unlimited LTE.
I don't think we have unlimited LTE. I think we have unlimited data.
You have
But they
unlimited
like rock the
4G.
data. Yeah, something like that.
But then like I think LTE is
Limited.
like 2 gigabytes LTE and then everything else 4G.
It's stupid though. Why would they do that? It's so evil.
What's it called? They do it just to have like, I don't know, power and to charge more if you want LTE. It's stupid though. But did you see that Verizon has new 5G?
Do they now? I'm gonna give Verizon.
Yeah.
5G.
It's only for Galaxy though.
Really?
Yeah.
I get a Galaxy.
No,
Honestly,
you wouldn't.
Galaxies are cool.
Fuck
I had a Galaxy.
I remember.
I had an S4.
Yeah, fuck it.
It was nice.
It didn't. What happened to it?
What do you mean? I still have it.
Yeah, but what does it what does it do?
It still does everything. I recorded
No.
some YouTube videos on it.
Bro, it doesn't hold a charge.
I had
You
two
have
batteries.
to bring 2 batteries.
No, it didn't hold a charge because I
No.
always had my Wi-Fi on, and it was like an old school. Like,
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
'Cause
it
I
a
had
charge.
the iPhone from the same generation, and my shit would last all the time.
See, but my phone, I have an iPhone, and let's see what battery it's at. Okay, it's at 34, which is good for me. But like, I just have a tendency not to charge my phone until I need to charge my phone.
Yeah, but like you should just charge it fully overnight.
Well, I do if I can, if I remember. But sometimes I'll like knock out, and then other times I like to like fall asleep watching something.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'll watch it, I'll fall asleep, my phone will be out, and then
You don't just like plug your phone in when you're watching it?
well I do, but like it gets unplugged, or sometimes it's like a half. So I'll move it over here and I'll just unplug it. I'll be like, I'll plug it right. And then I don't. So
I don't know. I feel like I'm OCD, so like that doesn't happen to me.
what's
I
the
plug
lowest
it
your
in.
battery goes to before you try to plug it?
Well, okay. I try to plug it in at like 50.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang. I wouldn't even.
No.
I'm at 34 and I'm still not plugging it in.
Yeah, mine is at 57 and like I'm like debating. Like the
Really?
cord is right here ready to be plugged in.
Dang.
Like it's right next to my phone.
Yeah.
At all times, most of the time. But then again, I'm on it like all the time. Cuz like whether it's a podcast or whether it's your alarm's going off.
Shoot.
But
I just
like,
want to make sure I remember.
No, yeah, you're good. But yeah, whether it's a podcast or a Twitch stream that I'm watching or fucking what else do I watch? Oh, the new Mario Kart fucking that shit's taking up a lot of my phone.
Is it true they have a subscription thing now?
Yeah, no, it's gonna come out like next week, I think.
Okay.
So I'm just like playing it for free until then, and then I'm
Really?
just not gonna do it.
Like
And then I'm hoping that there's gonna be so much backlash that they're gonna make it free to play. Because
They
that
probably
tends
will.
to be what happens in the gaming industry
For sure.
nowadays. Like people get angry at shit, don't buy it, and then they don't sell anything. That's what happened with Star Wars.
I think it's crazy how that happens, how that works.
I think it's great because
think
it
it
puts the
is,
power
but-
in the hands of us instead of these multi-billion-dollar companies.
I think it just shows us that we've always had it.
Yeah,
Like
It shows
we
us
didn't
that-
know for
no.
a long time.
yeah, because of everything that they teach us.
Literally, we're indoctrinated to believe them as like these superiors.
Like we are encouraged to follow a set path. Every single person in the United States is encouraged to follow a set path. You go to school, you go to high school, you graduate high school, you go to college, you graduate college, you get a job. Nobody tells you to follow what you actually want to do. Nobody.
No, yeah, it's
Like,
definitely
there's
like
definitely-
the rarest thing.
Like there's like arts schools and stuff like that you can go to, but everybody always makes fun of the art major. Everybody always makes fun of the music major. Like everybody makes fun of the journalist. Whatever you want to do, everybody makes fun of.
No, yeah, because it's abnormal.
Yeah.
It's like a
Like, oh, you have the balls to actually do what you want? Damn, fuck you. That shit's stupid. You're lame. I'm like, no.
No, yeah.
Like, you're lame for
But
thinking
honestly,
like that.
though, that kind of thinking aids the person who actually gives it the intentional time to do it. That kind of thinking helps that person because the same people who are saying, "Oh, that's lame," blah blah blah, are the same people who are gonna be like following you right after you get successful. You know what I mean? Hoping
Yeah.
that you'll help them get to that same point for themselves,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because that's what everybody really wants. You just want to be able to do something that you really are passionate about, like whatever it is. Like Nolan, I think he's pretty passionate about being a doctor.
I think so.
You know what I mean? Like he wouldn't go through all the stuff that he's had to go through.
Well, I
Just-
don't know. I
I think there's other
Nolan
incentives.
really wants a lot of money.
No, yeah, but like there's plenty of ways to get the same salary as a doctor without the same requirements. Like
There is.
it
But I feel like it equals out in requirements. Like
You
it's a
think?
different set of skills. It's a different set of requirements. But like the amount of work you have to put in to get to that is equal.
No, yeah, exactly.
But people don't see it as equal. They think that the person who became a doctor worked way harder than you.
No, yeah, just because actually it's the opposite. That person followed
A
path.
set path for them.
like a guided. It was like training wheels.
Mhm.
It's like thank
Well,
God you
it's-
didn't fall off the
it's
bike.
like-
You were on training wheels.
No, yeah, like it's like a table of contents. Like they didn't write their own chapter. They just went through the chapters.
Mm.
You
Yeah,
know?
exactly. And the thing is, most people will not tell you that you can write your own chapter.
Mm-hmm.
And most people will say that if you try to write your own chapter
You're gonna fail.
and nobody accepts it, that you have failed,
Mm-hmm.
right? But that's the weird thing is like pretty much everybody who has made it has failed.
Yeah.
And so it's ultimately about just continuing at some point. It's not caring whether or not you fail. It's just going.
No,
and
it's
then
literally just
that's the thing.
consistency
That's
is
the thing
key.
that gets you.
Everybody always says consistency is key. Consistency is key. Consistency is key.
We'll see. I'm just
But like, yeah, we'll see. But no, like, I think that it is key, but nobody actually follows through in it unless it's already set out for you.
it's hard. It's really hard. Like even just this podcast, like we could say it's easy because it's easy to edit in a sense, right?
Yeah,
It's like
like
not physically straining. Like you're not like, oh man, my muscles hurt from all that clicking.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
Like
it's
you're
like
good.
mentally straining.
No, yeah, it's a totally different strain.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like compared to like working construction, you would probably rather edit.
No,
sometimes.
100. Yeah,
You know
100%.
what I mean? Like
yeah.
it's considered an easier job.
But yeah, I'd way rather edit than work construction. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I don't think a construction worker could shit on an editor.
No, yeah, exactly. But that's what people think, and people
Yeah.
think that what I've been assuming. I guess this is all my assumption, but a lot of things have to do with the way like you're raised and the environment that you grew up in, right? Like you grew up in like a predominantly blacker, more racially, you know
Diverse
what I
area.
mean? Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
didn't grow
Well,
up
yeah,
in
I-
like a straight up suburb with a bunch of white people around you.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
You know what I mean? And that
Like,
affected
yeah, I
you.
never had a white friend growing up.
Really?
Literally.
Because like physically speaking, I see you and I see white, and I used to see it more because you were like Avenged Sevenfold and like all this other. So like it looked more whitey
Yeah.
than anything. But like now I see the mustache and I totally understand. I'm like, this is my uncle.
Like I'd say I'm predominantly white, but I didn't grow up that way. Like my only white friends were my family, you know.
Yeah.
Like I never had like any white friends. All my friends were black. I had like there was like Indian friends, Mexican friends,
Yeah.
Asian friends. No white friends really. It was mostly Mexican people and black people because I grew up in LA. So it's like I don't know, but people don't see that. People like if me and you walked up to an old lady to help her, she would take my help. She might not take your help.
Yeah. For many
That-
reasons.
Yeah, and that's fucked up.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
It's stupid.
I think though people have a tendency to hold on to that too tight.
Yeah.
It's like it is. It's totally just
And it's crazy though, because like I feel like you grew up in a less culturally diverse place than I did,
yeah.
in a sense.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, technically, I just didn't notice it.
Yeah,
I was with a bunch of Nguyen's.
yeah.
That's
But
on the
like,
Asian side.
but so it's like you could be, I could be 100% more like ghetto, like I could be more like whatever than you, but
Yeah.
just because I look like I fit the bill,
I
they'll be
know,
like,
it's
oh,
trippy.
it's cool.
It's
I'm just
weird.
like, why? Like, you don't cuss, you don't do this, you don't do all these things. And I'm just like, oh, fuck that, fuck this, fuck that shit. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, and it's, I don't know, it's weird because people wouldn't expect it.
No, yeah. It's funny. Like, but that's what I'm saying is like people need to get to the point where they start looking at other people and start trying to figure that stuff out.
Yeah,
Like
where they
what
start,
makes
like,
us different.
yeah,
why.
where they actually see, it's like that old phrase, like, what makes you tick?
Yeah, a little
Everybody's
bit.
got to
You know?
find out what makes everyone tick. Nobody thinks about that anymore. They're just like, oh, you look this way.
Yeah.
And
so
I feel like
obviously.
it's even more prominent today is like even though racism is definitely not as much as it was back then, I feel like it's more focused on today than it was back then.
Yeah, we're trying to like fix it. You mean?
Not even just fix it, but it's just like whenever
Technology.
whenever anything is it's every single thing is about race. And it didn't used to be like that. Not to my understanding at least.
Yeah, I mean, from what we
Like,
remember, right?
Yeah,
Like,
from what we remember, it was never like this. And I don't think it was. I think everybody was chill for a
Yeah.
little bit. And then like from like the time, I think it was like probably like from like the 80s to like social media that nobody gave a fuck.
yeah,
like
because it was a
around that.
way simpler time. I think people still don't. Like, we kind of like touched touched on this on one of the other podcasts,
Mm-hmm.
but I think people really don't care. It's just we only see the people that do. You know what I mean? Like there were people who cared in the 80s. Nobody heard them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but now with social media, it gives them a voice.
So now they have a voice and they look big, but even the
Really?
most followed person on Instagram is still 0.2 or 2% of the population. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that guy had, it's Ronaldo, right?
Yeah.
He has 169 million followers, and it's like
That's
a drop.
not even it's not even a billion, and we have 7 billion.
7 billion.
So
and
you need,
counting.
and 1 billion is what? Like he has 164
It's
million?
999 million. So he has 100 something million.
Yeah.
It's 33 more, or whatever it is.
So it's, I don't know. I'm trying to like find out a percentage, but it's
okay.
yeah, it's like it's so minute, bro.
No, I know exactly. So like we think the internet just gives people a bullhorn. I think it's not even that those things are really valuable or really an issue. It's just if you can make it an issue, you win.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? As long as you can make enough noise, people will listen.
Yeah.
But that's the dumb part is like sometimes people are making noise for no reason.
Literally though.
And like companies have to stop selling stuff and companies have to apologize and like for unintentional just I don't like that. You have to stop everything. It's like weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's stupid. Everybody's all like, I don't know. It gives people who shouldn't have a voice a voice.
Definitely. Yeah, it gives both. It gives people who should have a voice, and they go like, they get like, they take it to somewhere.
Yeah. Gary Vee.
Yeah, Gary Vee, sure. He's the good or the bad?
I'm just kidding.
Okay, I was like a J. Cole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he impacts culture in a positive way, or like anybody who you would talk about.
Chancellor.
Yeah, exactly.
Bennett.
There you go. Chancellor Bennett.
Like, I mean, the amount of shit that he does for Chicago.
Right?
Like,
Exactly.
it's fucking ridiculous. Like,
Great power.
he helps campaign with whoever's running for mayor. Like, he fucking like sits with them, discusses a bunch of fucking city matters. Like, donates like I think he's donated like $10 million so far to Chicago. Like,
That's
to help
sick.
fix it. He does social works all the time, open mic nights, hosts some, like, does fucking everything for that city.
That's
Which
like
I think it's fucking sick. It's like a LeBron thing too.
Yeah, it's like LeBron.
I'm more than an athlete. Like, he's more than the rapper.
Yeah, and I think those people deserve that place.
Like, he's Chance the person. Chancellor Bennett. 3.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really cool though. I'm glad that there's people like that, and I'm glad like there's some sort of thing that makes us like get people like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but at the same time, it makes people that don't deserve that get that.
Yeah, but we can tell. It feels inauthentic.
Like,
Most people can tell if they look. Most people don't look. But as soon as you do, you can see right
like
through
6ix9ine.
Yeah. Like if anybody was to pay attention to him this whole time, like everybody who was a big fan of him hates him now just because he's a snitch. They're not even acknowledging like that he literally put out 8 of the same song. You know? Like that doesn't matter. He's a snitch. I don't like him. Just because pop culture like, oh, he's a snitch. I don't like it. It's like you're like that's not even. You didn't even get it.
No, yeah, 100%. It's fucking annoying. It's super fucking annoying.
But that's the thing. It's like I tweeted that the ignorance is bliss thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is. Like I think it becomes hard for you to really want to like invest in people's lives, to hear people out. You just want to get through your own life, and that's the thing. Like that's a distraction. Like getting through your own life is like a waste of time, honestly. Like if you have 30 years on this planet and you spend 25 working at Ross, you're gonna hate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You're just like, I wasted all my time. Like we usually spend time on a bunch of things we don't need, and it's weird.
Yeah, we spend time. It's kind of just like wasting your life.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But we're happy about it.
Yeah, a lot of people
Like,
are
we
happy
accept
about
it.
it.
We're just like, yeah, I'll waste my life for that much money. You know, it's trippy. It's like we're not encouraged to do anything that could actually innovate more.
Mhm.
We're encouraged to follow the leader and stay in line, whatever. It's like, oh man, that's a little boring sometimes.
No, yeah, it is. It's really boring. But so I think that's an hour.
Hey, we made it.
And yeah.
It's trippy. It doesn't feel like an hour.
Nah, it did not feel like an hour.
Hey,
I feel like it flowed really well today. So this has been episode 7.
17.
7, 3, 4.
4, 3 plus 7.
That's sure that. But yeah, this quality I think is gonna be jumping up through the roof.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna get
nowadays.
newer mics. So
Yeah, we're gonna get even better mics. That with the new mics, this Rodecaster Pro we can put in what type of mic it is, and it'll set it up the best way for that mic.
dude,
I just figured out how to do that, so that's pretty
lit.
cool. But yeah, so quality should be getting even a little more better now, more better, definitely better more
Definitely
than it is now.
Best.
100%,
Best.
1,000, a Billy wow. But this has been Brain Damage Podcast, episode 7,
Episode 7.
and I think we are out of here.
We out.
Deuces.